Guys, I'm gonna show you how to remove the speakers and connect the new speakers to Toyota Highlander 2017. This is Highlander 2017 hybrid limited version. So I have already removed the covers, but I'll just show you how to remove the covers. So let's say this is the panel. In order to first remove the speakers, you have to peel out the panels, but in order to peel out the panels you need a special tool so you don't make any scratches or anything. So I'll show you the tools which needs to be used to take out the panels. So I'll be using this tool. I will use this tool. You can just I'll just show you how to use that. So basically you will just use this tip over here and you will put it this way, and then you will try to pull it, and then you have once it's a little bit up, then you just use your finger over here, thumb, and just hold it and then go over here and pull it, and it should come out very nicely without any scratches. You will see there are no scratch, no dents. And then there are bolts over here and here, and I'll even show you on the side ones. So all these bolts can be removed with a 10 mm nut. So I'll just show you. 10 mm. So this is a 10 mm bolt which we'll be using. So use a smaller one, and you have to, in order to open it, you'll have to open it anti-clockwise. Yeah. So this is a center speaker. I'll show. And in order to remove this, we'll be using this clip over here. In order to remove this clip, you'll have to press over here. You can press this and it will easily come out. So let's try that. So there you go, the speaker is out. Now I don't want to cut this harnesses over here, and I want to use the same clips. I don't think so the clips are available aftermarket. So what I'll be doing is, like, I will desolder this part, I'll remove the harness, and I'll use the same harness. Now in order to remove this harness, there's a lock over here. I'll show you. There is a lock over here. This lock, you will just push it up a little bit, and then you will take it out, and the harness will be free. And then we will remove these wires with the soldering machine, and then we will connect a new wire to this harness, and then we will just clip to the new speaker, so we don't have to do any cuts, just so that we don't have to void the warranty. So similarly, we will remove this speaker. We'll just use the 10 mm bolts, and I'll just try to remove it. Once I put it, just pause the video. Just use this. So you can just use this speaker to remove it. And there you go. Be very careful. You don't want to make any scratches. In this case, you have a clip in bottom. You just have to press it and take it out. Okay, there you go. The clip is out. There are only two wires over here, black and white. But if you see the speaker, it has got like 4 wires. The top one is for the tweeter, and this one is for the speaker. So yeah, so we will desolder all the wires to remove this harness, and the same thing applies to this harness. Like, if you see this harness, there's a black clip over here. Can you see? There's a clip over here which will just push it up, and you can pull it out. So you have a factory harness with you, and you can use that. So you don't have to splice any wires in the car to connect the new speakers. So I initially told you, like, this one's were the tweeter and this one were the speaker, but I was mistaken, it's wrong. The top ones are the tweeters over here. If you see this one, this part is a tweeter and the bottom one is a speaker. So if you will see, this has got one capacitor inside to lower the frequencies for the tweeter, and that has been connected to the tweeters, and these are the speakers. And once I remove the harness, I will show you like how it looks like. Okay, so this is the harness. As I showed you, like this is the capacitor. So like if you will see, there's only 2 pins actually inside. There are only 2 pins over here. So the amplifier is only giving like one output, like there's only positive and negative. But how the speaker has been designed is like with the speaker and the tweeter. So if you will see, there is a black and the green wire. So the black is coming from the positive and the green is coming from the negative. And that capacitor is just to reduce the frequency of bass to give more to tweeter, and then yellow and purple goes to the speaker, actual speaker for the mids. So yeah, we have desoldered this speaker and this is how it will look like. So once you remove the wires, this is how it's gonna look. And yeah, pretty much you don't. And once you remove the harness, this is how the clip it is. It gets locked over here, and this is the actual lock I was talking about, which you can just pull it up and you can push it back, it will come out. Don't try to take this speaker out. Like let's say if something happens to the amplifier, you can solder it again and give it to the Toyota. Otherwise they will always get an excuse not to give you warranty back. So yeah, pretty much some people, they always want to get the serial number for the speakers to find the harness and everything. This is what it looks like if they want to know which speaker has been used. So this is the side speaker, and this is the center speaker. I've still not removed the harness, but once I'll remove, I'll show you back. Okay. So we will be desoldering this stuff. We'll remove all the wires. So initially we had opened the capacitor to show you guys. So now we have like in this case we have taken one positive and negative, and we have just blocked the capacitor. For the right one, we are not going to open anything. We already know like we are not going to use green and black, so we'll keep the factory settings. And the yellow and purple, we'll just cut it little bit and we'll solder it. We'll do the soldering with this new wire. Yeah, I ordered GTO 329 and GX 302, and I'm going to install these speakers on the left and right on the dashboard. I did a lot of tests and we found GTO 329, it's good because first of all it has got like 3 ohms, plus this has got 2.3 ohms, so this may put little bit more load to an amplifier. And this speaker was GX 302 was sounding good, but when we added the capacitor to GTO 329, this is how we added the capacitor, which comes in the box, and it sounded much better than GX 302. So GX 302 is here. So this is how we have done our soldering. It's like we put the positive and then the capacitor is running through the positive, and then the negative is by itself. And yeah, pretty much this is what we have done, and it sounds very good with the capacitor. We have to do some taping to the capacitor in this manner. Yeah, and now I'll go and install this in the car. So I've installed the wires with the original harness. I've run the capacitor as a positive, and this there was a ring on top of the speaker which I just removed, and then I just ran the glue on top. So everything is pretty good, and I'll just install it now. I think so. I just have to tape this part. You can see the metal over there. I'll just tape this. So I just taped it very nicely over here. So it's pretty good. I don't think so there should be any connection problem. So I'll try to put the speaker from this side because there's a hole over here, so it will just go inside very nicely. Yeah, but please do make sure that you remove there's a ring coming with GTO. So yeah, I'll just remove the ring, and I've done the soldering over here, as you can see. Yeah. So my speakers are now connected. I've put, and that hole is pretty nice, hard, very nicely. Over there is also there. Now I'll play the song to make sure how it is.
जिससे पड़ गया पाला अच्छे को गलत कर डाला तेरा नहीं तेरा कोई दोष तेरा हुस्न ही जबरदस्त दस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त मस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त.
I'm very happy with the speakers, and they are really an awesome speakers. I would just recommend this speakers, GTO 329. I won't even think of doing more experiments. This is the best speaker. I have to still look for the middle one, and I'm going to go with the MTX one because it has got a very high sensitivity, and that's what I've been recommended. So here I'll go with the MTX. I'm still waiting for this one, and I'll still upload the videos for these two ones, and once the MTX is ready, I'll upload the second video. Thank you very much. Guys, when I just installed this cover, I just found like it was not fitting very nicely from here. It was little bit up when compared to the dashboard, and I was not very happy with that. So what I figured it out was like the tweeter was lying over here, so I have to cut that little bit, that space over here, this. So what will happen, the tweeter can get some more space, and so I'll just cut more area from here, all this place. So how I'm cutting is like I'm using this plier. I will just go and I'll just show you. I'll just go and clip this guy like this, and I'll do it from here, and then I will just use the nail cutter to cut it out, and I'll just repeat that stuff, and I'll clear everything over here. It does not affect the front mesh at all. Once you put it, look, it doesn't, you cannot see, yeah, but if the light is passing you can see that, but once it's fitted in the dashboard you won't see any changes over there. So once I've installed the cover, I'll show you guys. So this was the place where it was not fitting very nicely, so I had to cut. This tweeter was coming in between this over here, so I've cutted the mesh over here. Let's show you. Yeah, you can see it. So I hope so. Now it should be able to sit very nicely. awesome. So now we can see it is well sitting nicely, and even if you see over there, it's sitting very nicely over here. I don't think so I have to push a lot. It's pretty good now. I'm happy with that, but you can still see a little bit of bulk over here, but that's fine. But that's how the tweeter is. But now I think so that's pretty good. No one can say that anything was altered over here until and unless you keep telling people that I've done something, and they'll try to find the mistakes, but it's very hard to even tell that. Yeah, I don't think so I'll have to do a lot over here because I'm gonna use an MTX speaker, but I will show you in my next video once I'm done with the once I get my speakers in. I will get it tomorrow, and once it's ready I'll post a new video. Thank you very much. Enjoy.